Um, just for both of you, first of all, just how good does this one feel to get your first SEC win under your belt? I mean, it's for both of you the first.
Mhm. It feels great. Winning in the SEC anytime you get a win, it's worth celebrating just because it's such a tough league. So being able to come on the road and get our first one and early on in the conference, it's huge for us.
I agree with what is said, especially coming off two tough losses to LSU and Texas playing top ranked teams, and then coming here. I feel like that was a big statement for us and could just kind of show what we learned from the past two games and bringing it to this game and getting that win.
Izzy, they're known for just being a really good defensive team, but you come away with 36 points. Just what was working for you tonight?
I think just not fighting against their pressure and just reading and responding to it, really just taking what the defense gives you, honestly.
And then for you, you're such a good free throw shooter. You missed the front end of that one with 2 seconds left. Is there anything going through your mind, whenever you got the next shot?
Um, no, I think that was just a touch issue. I was really mad at myself, honestly, for missing that. So I was just like, I literally told myself, flush it, make this next one.
Yeah. And then Kiki, what's it like being on the court with Izzy whenever she's just kind of, going off like that?
I mean, Izzy's a good teammate. She's someone that's fun to play with. So when she's having nights like this, I just go kill, go do you, and I'm gonna help out where I needed help. But yeah.
Um, Kiki, maybe if you'll start and then Izzy touch on this too. What was, y'all's defensive game plan going into this and what led y'all to cause them, especially into so many travel calls?
Honestly, just controlling what we can. We knew we were gonna run a zone and just knowing the players that were out there, like how we are gonna guard them if we're gonna get up, get back. So just the small things, really focusing on those, and we did that a lot this week coming into this game.
Yeah, I think we just understood personnel and understood what they were trying to get on defense or on offense. So we really wanted to take away their paint points. So it was really to pack it in tight and make them dare them to make shots, honestly.
And I know, losing your first two conference games by I think it was 34 doesn't feel good, but did y'all feel like there were things that y'all could take from those games that, led to the type of confidence y'all had to come out tonight and get a win?
Yeah, definitely. I think when we did compete in those two losses, we saw what we could do. And so I feel like we carried over momentum from that fourth quarter versus LSU into our game from the start against Texas. And the final score really didn't show how competitive that game was. So I think then we took what we learned from that game and carried it over and executed better to this from the start or well, from throughout the game.
Mhm.
Yeah. And Izzy, I know that y'all made that push in the second quarter and they kind of got a little separation again, and then you made that three right before the half. Did y'all feel like, maybe that make going into halftime was kind of a sign of what was to come?
Yeah, I mean, I think Kiki can respond to this one, but I feel like that just gave us more energy and we thought we were in a better situation going into halftime.
For sure. Like, honestly, just seeing Iz be out there battling, keeping us in the game, like that just made us realize, okay, like she's doing her job. Now we have to step up and let's help her out. And I feel like we did a good job of that coming out in that second half.
I'll ask one more. Kiki, your three there toward the end of the game was really ended up being really critical. Just how important, for you, I think was that your only I think that was your only three of the game to like just be able to kind of stay the course even when your legs are tired and knock down a shot like that.
Honestly, we work on those type of things like in practice and then getting the extra shots after practice when you're tired. So that shot was just a set shot for me, and I knew Iz was gonna drive. So I knew if I wanted to be open and shoot that shot, that I would have to, follow her and get to the spot. And I was there, and she found me and knocked it down.
It was huge.
Oh, I have. I don't know if anybody else is. Daniel might be on here.
Daniel, do you have a question?
I'm good, Fuller. Okay. Well, Ethan about took everything, but I guess if you take the last, if y'all can just walk me through the last defensive sequence, because there was still, 2 seconds left. Just kind of what were the conversations like in the huddle?
Honestly, we just were trying to keep it out of the high post. We knew that they were probably going to try to get it to number 5. So we knew we had to just stay on her. And like it said, just knowing personnel, knowing who was out there, knowing that the shooters were out there, and just knowing how to guard and who to guard. So
Appreciate it, guys. Congrats. Get back
thank
safe.
you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.